Ducati has surprisingly returned to using GP24 in 2025. Gigi Dall'Igna, the general manager of Ducati course, emphasized that there were several considerations behind this decision. As for Marc Marquez, his response to this move is pivotal, especially considering his initial switch to Ducati when the manufacturer was actively pursuing their latest engine. Meanwhile, there's the latest update from Martín following surgery after his Sepang crash. Let's delve into this and see how it unfolds. Ducati has officially decided to begin the 2025 MotoGP season using the Desmosedici GP24 engine rather than the newly developed GP25 version. Throughout the winter testing period, much of the discussion within the Borgo Panigale team centered on the choice of power unit, with both Pecco Bagnaia and Marc Marquez voicing concerns over the new specification. Confirmation came in Buriram, where Davide Tardozzi announced that all 6 Ducati riders would start the season with the previous year's engine. Given the manufacturer's dominant position in the Premier class, the decision was taken to avoid unnecessary risks, as the GP25 power unit still requires refinement, particularly in braking performance. However, the engine is not the only component that Ducati will retain from last year. The team has also decided to begin the campaign using the 2024 chassis and aerodynamic package, while introducing new electronics and suspension for 2025. This approach aligns with the cautious strategy outlined by Ducati Course's general manager, Gigi Dall'Igna, during the launch of the Desmosedici GP25. He had previously indicated that the team would only introduce innovations when they were confident of a clear advantage, ensuring that any upgrades would justify the associated risks. Following the tests in Sepang and Buriram, further clarity has emerged regarding Ducati's decision. Although the GP25 power unit demonstrated improvements in performance and rideability, it presented complications in engine braking, making it a less viable option at this stage. Aerodynamics proved to be the most complex factor in the decision-making process. While the updated aerodynamic package offered clear advantages at circuits such as Buriram, it posed potential challenges on tracks with faster corners, such as those in Argentina and Qatar. With this in mind, Ducati opted for a cautious approach, planning further evaluation and refinement at the upcoming Jerez test in April. Other elements of the GP25 machine have successfully passed testing, including the swing arm and gearbox. However, the height device is set to undergo final assessment during a race weekend. The 2025 season is shaping up to be highly competitive, with multiple manufacturers and riders poised to contend for victory. Marc Marquez, who had initially hoped to receive the latest Ducati machinery upon joining the team, acknowledged the decision with a pragmatic approach. Jorge Martin has spent the past week recuperating at home, allowing fractures in his right hand and left foot, neither of which required surgery, to heal. Martin is set to resume training next week in a bid to improve his physical condition ahead of the first race. A medical examination scheduled for early this week will assess the progress of his injuries and determine whether he is fit to begin preparations. Despite his own setback, Martin has remained closely engaged with Aprilia's pre-season testing efforts. Aprilia's focus has been on improving the manageability of the bike, with significant progress attributed to the new 2025 engine. While comparisons with Ducati remain off the table, the early signs from testing have been encouraging. In Martin's absence, Aprilia's test rider, Lorenzo Savadori, has taken on the responsibility of gathering crucial data, ensuring that Martin will have a well-prepared machine upon his return. Having missed key test sessions in Sepang and Buriram, Martin faces the challenge of adjusting to a completely new bike following his switch from Ducati to Aprilia. The first 4 races, Thailand, Argentina, Austin and Qatar, will be crucial in this process as he works towards finding confidence with his new machinery. According to some observers, Ducati's decision to stick with the GP24 for the 2025 season reflects their cautious approach to bike development. The impact on Marc Marquez is intriguing. On the other hand, Jorge Martin confronts a distinct challenge as he recuperates from injury and adjusts to Aprilia. His absence from crucial tests will likely hinder his adaptation process, particularly given Aprilia's contrasting characteristics compared to Ducati. The initial races will serve as a gauge for Martin's immediate competitiveness and his potential need for additional adjustment time to his new bike. The 2025 season is just beginning, but Ducati's decision has already sparked plenty of debate. Is keeping the GP24 a smart move to preserve their dominance, or could it be a pivotal moment for rival teams like KTM and Aprilia? And what about Marc Marquez? Will he be able to compete at a high level straight away, despite not having the latest spec at the start of the season? At the same time, Jorge Martin is facing significant challenges with injuries and adjusting to a new bike. With all these factors in play, the start of the season could be filled with uncertainty and perhaps even some major surprises. What do you think? Is Ducati playing it safe? Or are they missing a golden opportunity to take the next big step? And who do you reckon will be the strongest in the opening rounds? Drop your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to subscribe for all the latest MotoGP 2025 updates.
Welcome to GP Talks. Don't forget to subscribe and press the bell icon for more updates.